Wow. Well, hey, believe it or not, I mean, just doing it a lot of times gives you a lot of experience, and yeah, yeah, it's YouTube's kind of turning into an animal in itself, more or less. Yeah. Well, it's too bad you're not joining me. Wasn't this technically your idea? No, the Google chat. Yeah. Yes, I did. I'm staring at myself. Not as of yet. Not a problem. Not a problem. Oh, that's not something somebody wants to witness. Well, maybe. I'll try not to talk to. I'll try not to talk to myself in the third person. That gets a little creepy. It's like, why is he talking in the third person? That's just not right. No, and I'll try not to laugh at too many of my own jokes, even if they're funny. Oh no, 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 no! I think we're gonna cut this one short, really short. Yeah, there was a guy who was doing I'm trying to remember comedy act at the Renaissance Festival Fair thing, and he has a lot of the same humor that I do, you know, and he was making jokes and things, and my son's like, this just isn't funny. We get enough of this at home, and, and, and the wife's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I haven't heard this a million times a day. No, she was telling me about it because it was on Sunday. And anyway, I was like, that probably was kind of funny. Not the ha ha funny, just kind of like the ironic funny. You know, it's like I hear you. Yeah, maybe he has a heart after God or something. Man after God's own heart or something. Then I really would want to meet him. So I'm kind of interesting that way. You know, real quick, Patrick. Is it truly better to give than to receive? Could be. Yes. Okay. Why? Then you're doing what God wants you to do. Okay. It's interesting. Well, that was supposed to be today's topic. I'm not entirely sure. He hasn't told me yet. Actually, it all depends on your heart, to be honest with you. It really, if you have a good heart, it's always a joy to share and spread the love that's inside of you. And it really is a joy to give more than receive, because that's the way you can truly express what God has given you. But if you're, just sort of getting rid of things instead of, really giving, you know, because there's a difference, then I suppose it's not better to give, or I'll spit it out in a coherent sentence here in a little bit. It's better for those people to receive than it would be to give, because they're not really thinking of truly giving as much as just getting rid of. you know hey, I have this stuff and I don't know what to do with it, so I think I'm going to give it away, and that way I'm eligible to get something in return. you know they kind of missed that whole chapter on giving without compulsion, not letting the right hand know what the left hand was doing. you know, uh, I guess they just missed that whole chapter. And there's a couple of things on basically treating others the way you would want to be treated. And there's one about just blessing people, and it's better to give uh, to people who really can't repay you, because then God sees what you do and He will repay you. So that's basically the whole giving thing in a nutshell. At least we covered that. There we go. Hey, you don't have to. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Hey, you're gonna miss out on the ridiculous hat I'm wearing. Yeah, I'm wearing a ridiculous hat today. Yes, I am. Anything to cover the bald spot, I suppose. Yeah. Oh, it's long. It's long gone. At least some of it. Everything in the front, anyway. And it's funny how sometimes that works. Hair seems to grow where you don't want it to, and the stuff you've gotten used to just sort of stops. You know, I've got eyelashes, eyebrows that if I didn't occasionally trim, they would probably touch my ears. After a while, I'd have like this mad scientist look going on. Is that just an old thing or an old age thing, or just and and I've got like these three hairs growing out of my ear that are kind of long, and I have to trim those every now and out and again too. It's just like, what in the world? I just and it's interesting because I used to have that, and the hair I used to have on top of my head, I was like, no problem. Oh yeah, I'm not quite that bad yet, but I do. I like every other time I trim my hair or whatever, I'll make sure I've got nothing sticking out, or occasionally I'll have to trim it because I think it's like part of my sideburns, and it's not. It's like, wow, wait a minute, that's not attached to my face, that's in my ear. Okay. Not a problem. Not a problem. Is this one of those things? I I'm not real. I mean, I don't obsess about the hair, you know, but I do want to be healthy, and I do want to try to maintain a balance, and part of that is making sure that you know Jehovah God comes first, and I don't make an idol out of the other things in my life that I do enjoy, food, whatever, painting, even construction, you know, because you can really go overboard with just about anything, you know. I am happy to be able to do some of this stuff though, because if it wasn't for a loving, living God, um, I probably would have carpal tunnel and not be able to do it. Are you blowing into my ear? Oh, all I hear is whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. I'm like, is that Patrick code for I want to be somewhere else? Oh, okay. Okay. I did. Uh-huh. That's cool. You're fixing it for him, or are you build? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So well, that's cool. Hmm. Uh-huh. Oh, that's fantastic. Uh-huh. Hey. Hmm. Hmm. Yep. Well, uh, I guess I'll let you get to it then. Ah. So you're not going to eat dinner with a dirty face? Oh yeah, that's right. You're going to be eating with someone else. Ah, yes. That's always uh, proven to be uh, politically and socially correct to wash your face and hands before coming to the table. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hear you. Yeah, I went through the extra added effort of making sure I didn't have anything stuck to my face when I started this Google chat because nothing like having to surreptitiously wipe the grease off the side of your face as you're trying to talk to someone. It wouldn't be quite so bad if it was just like a regular phone conversation without video, but with the video, yeah, it's like, man, why is one side of his face so shiny? Huh? The stakes are higher. Yeah. Now we're back talking about steak, huh? Mm. Yeah. So where are you going again? Oh, you're going. You're going to a house, like a personal dinner. I thought you were gonna like go to a restaurant or something. Oh, okay, that's cool. Cool. All right, man. Have a good one. Later. Well, as you can figure out, I don't think Patrick will be joining us, and it's kind of interesting because this was kind of his idea. That's okay. Unforeseen occurrence and circumstance befall us all. It really, it's not as much about what happens to you as it is how you deal with it that really says where your heart is and what you truly believe. You that being said, I had this blocked out for like a 2 hour chat, and I don't think anybody wants to listen to me for 2 hours unless Jehovah God really has something important and lengthy to say, and I'm just not feeling it right this time. So, not that that won't ever be the case, but I'm pleasantly encouraged that that doesn't appear to be the case right now. So, what I'm going to do is I'll wait a little bit longer for Ciro if he wants to join me. Or if any of you want to join me, just send me an email or whatever, and I look forward to talking with you. Alrighty, let's see. I gotta. Okay, not as of yet. Not a problem. And maybe one of these days I'll catch up with William Tyler, or Willie T, as he's going today. I think he's going by. Nice individual. I'm really looking forward to getting to know him as far as a human being, and just learning about where his heart is at today. Well, hopefully there'll be a lot more people who take that first command of Christ more serious or more seriously. Because it really does have the effect of transforming their heart to where it really is a joy to give what God has given you. You Jehovah God really does teach His children how to love and what love really looks like. You know, and sometimes we can be overly excited about sharing with people, and sometimes it's not always a good thing. You know, because we don't want to bother people or annoy them to where all they want to do is punch us in the nose. So I mean, sometimes people really don't want you to share your heart or your words of wisdom or anything because they truly believe they have everything that they desire, or at least there's nothing that they desire from you. So it definitely takes relying on a loving, living God to tell you where and when to truly share your heart. And there are times when you can share your heart with people around you, and it's still a joy. And basically, He says, "Go ahead." You go ahead. He says you might not want to do that. Well, you don't do that. You know, it's basically in practice, in every way acknowledge Him, and He'll make your path straight. And He causes everything that happens to you to benefit you, or it does benefit you, especially if you are trying to have a one-on-one relationship. You want a personal relationship with Him over a religious experience. You know, really, um, it says a lot. I mean, and it happens to, or it tends to transform everything else you do in your life. You know, because just like other relationships that you may have or have had in your life, they affect your habits, your mannerisms, and your speech. Having a relationship with Jehovah God is no different. It will affect your speech, your mannerisms, and most of all, your ability to produce good spiritual fruit. Well, with that being said, uh, hopefully we can talk about maybe, I don't know, a few things of interest to some of you, and I'll let you know what that's going to be. Well, I appreciate being part of your lives and taking up a little bit of your time. I appreciate you giving it to me, or at least lending it to me for a while. I don't feel the need to take up any more of your time. And may God richly bless you and cause you to have an abundance of spiritual fruit. And thanks, everybody, and have a truly wonderful night.